Hello, welcome to my frequently asked questions. Today I'm answering a very commonly asked question about lower blepharoplasty. How long will my surgery last? And in answering this question, we'll talk about how long the surgery lasts on average, what factors can influence how long the surgery lasts, and finally we'll talk about what factors you can take into account in your lifestyle to ensure that the lower eyelid surgery lasts for as long as possible. My name is Dr. Julian De Silva and I'm a London-based facial cosmetic and plastic surgeon, and blepharoplasty is the commonest procedure that I complete for my patients on a daily basis. And this question is information that I discuss with my patients every day, and I hope this information will be useful for you. So on average, how long does lower blepharoplasty last? Well, as a minimum, lower eyelid surgery will last for a minimum of 8 to 10 years. For many patients, having lower eyelid surgery is surgery that you only need to have once in your lifespan. What can affect this? Well, some of the patients that I treat are younger patients, often in their 20s and 30s, and life expectancy at this point in time may well be over 100. And if you have 50 more years in terms of your life, well, there will be some further aging and facial changes over that period, and there's nothing that one can do today that will last for more than 50 years. Having said that, for the majority of patients, lower eyelid surgery is surgery that you only need to have once, and it generally lasts lifelong. However, everyone is a little different, and it's hard to be sure how every single person will age, as there will be differences. So what factors will influence aging? Well, firstly, there's genetic factors, and genetics is what we inherit from our parents, and some patients will have bags at a younger age, and this will be one of the influencing factors. And genetics is something that is largely outside our control, as we inherit those genetics. The other factor is environmental and lifestyle factors, and they're factors that you can do and you can take into account in your lifestyle in order to get the best possible and longest lasting results from lower blepharoplasty. The other aspects are your unique anatomy, and everyone's lower eyelids can be subtly different, and depending on how your lower eyelids are and what specific surgery is required, well, this will influence just how long the surgery lasts. The final aspect is surgical technique, and broadly speaking, there's two different techniques that are widely used for lower blepharoplasty, and one involves a scar in the lower eyelid, and this can affect more of the anatomy of the lower eyelid. The other technique, which is a newer technique on the inside of the lower eyelid, well, this avoids a scar and can have a longer lasting effect. So what factors can you take into account in order to ensure that you have the longest possible lasting result? Well, firstly, smoking. And smoking ages the skin and ages the face and affects the soft tissues and skin quality. And if you wanted to do one thing in order to ensure you have the longest lasting result from lower blepharoplasty and a more youthful appearance, it would be to stop and avoid smoking. Another factor is sun exposure, and the sun causes significant damage to the skin. It can encourage fine lines and wrinkles and pigmentation changes, and minimizing your sun exposure, wearing sun protection factor 30 or above regularly, well, these are factors that will influence your skin and generally will preserve the lower eyelid surgery for longer. Other factors are cosmeceuticals, and although there's a very wide range of different cosmeceuticals, there are certain products such as retinoic acid that are very effective in reducing fine lines and wrinkles, particularly in patients with thinner skin, and this will give you a longer lasting result with lower blepharoplasty. The final aspect is in terms of your lifestyle, and having a healthy lifestyle, and this may include a healthy diet, regular exercise, well, this will influence your general health and influence the longevity of the lower eyelid surgery. So in summary, we've talked about how long lower eyelid surgery lasts on average. We've talked about what factors can influence how long the surgery lasts. And finally, we've talked about what measures you can take in your lifestyle in order to ensure that you have the best possible result that lasts for the longest period of time. I hope this information has been useful for you. Thank you for watching.